Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing my August monthly budget closeout. So we're going to get right into the numbers. I am using the Budget Moms budget by paycheck workbook. I always get that wrong. And so there will be some flipping back and forth because I am sharing with you guys how I am physically going through all of the numbers and making sure that I have everything correct. So I do apologize if it gets a little crazy, but this is what it looks like to close out a monthly budget. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to start with is our income. And so we are going to start off with our starting balance. So I do have a operating expense tracker. So I'll look here. My starting balance was $2238.74. So we'll do $2238.74. And then earned income would be all of the income that we earned from work. So we'll look here and we have 550 plus 550 plus 1700 plus 550 plus 550 plus 1500 plus 550 is $59.50 for earned income. And then for other income, we had $465 and nothing else. And I actually don't incorporate my savings that I use for the month into the budget. I just track it in my sinking funds and show y'all then what kind of happened. So when we add all of this up, we already have the $59.50 plus the $2238.74 plus $465 gives us $8,653.74 to work with, or money that we had to work with for August. I apologize because as I'm talking, I can hear it. If I sound like I am out of breath, I am. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. My name is Janelle. I'm a wife and a mother of one, and we are expecting our second child here at the beginning of November. So I'm well into my third trimester, and it is hard to breathe, okay? So bear with me. So now we are going to go through our categories here. So I know some of them already, okay? So my mortgage is always the same at $1990.38. When it comes to daycare, I'm not sure what that was because we switched daycares in the middle of August. So we'll need to go through and look at all of the daycares. So we have 320. That was one daycare here. And then we had another daycare for 320. Plus, we had another daycare for 522.64. So we spent $11.62 because 6 and 6 is 640 and 5. Let's do that again, y'all. Let's just make sure. 320 plus 320 plus 522.64. Wow. 1162.64 is what I ended up spending. 1162.64 for daycare. Okay. Next is going to be our ADT. That was the same at $60.50. For our natural gas, here we spent $41.89. $41.89. Internet is the same at $94.65. YouTube TV is also the same. I just want to make sure. Yes, okay. It was 106.35. My electric, I did take out 220, and for utilities it was 145.83. So 145.83. So I definitely saved some money in our bills account. So we're going to add all of that up. So we have that 1162.64 plus 1990.38 plus 60.50 plus 41.89. So we ended up spending $3,822.24 in our bills department. Now down to our expenses. The way that I'm going to be calculating our expenses is how much money I physically took out of our checking account for the month of August to put into our Ally checking account to use. So for groceries, we did, sorry y'all, $550 plus 130. So that was $680 that I put towards groceries. Gas, $240, and 30 is $270. For household, we did 120 and 75, which would be 195. Let's just make sure, because we need the math to be mathing. 120 plus 75. Okay, so 195. And then for our spending, we did 50 and 75. And that was 125. Okay. So 125 plus 195 plus 270 plus 680. So we actually ended up putting 1270 to our expenses. And when you want to know what's crazy, you guys, I had 1270 in here, and I also had a rollover of like $101, and we spent all of that money for the month of August. During those 5-week months, it is chaotic for me. Always has been. Every time I think I have a plan, I don't. I feel like I need to budget twice as much as I do for a 4-week for my 5th week, because I don't know. But for debt, we are going to look at our 2 debts. So we had 200 here, 107.86, and then we had our 250, so nothing extra. So that did come out like it should. And as much as we would love to focus on really putting some money towards debt right now, we are fully focused on trying to, save money for our maternity leave, for the baby, all of the things that will happen, such as HOA dues and all that stuff while I'm on maternity leave. So sinking funds, we can look here. So we'll look sinking funds. Oh, I have put them together. Goodness gracious. But I think it was the same thing. Yeah, I did do. So 301 for sinking funds and 42 for savings. I did not have any on budget, but let me just double check to look here, you guys. I don't see any unbudgets in here, so we are good there. And then that was it. So what we're going to do here is we are going to add all of this up. So we are going to do 3,822.24 plus 1270 plus 557.86 plus 301 plus 42 equals, now I know they lying because we did not spend no $17,000. Let's try this again, y'all. 3822.24 plus 1270 plus 557.86 plus 301 plus 42 equals, there we go. So I'm going to just do this here. We're going to do 86.53.74 minus our 5,900. Oh, y'all can't even see that. Let me make sure y'all see me do my little math down here. So we have $8,653.74 because that was our income, minus $5,993.10, which was our expenses. And let's see what that equals out to. 86.53. And this is our rollover money. So $2,660.64. And you want to know if it's right or not? Because we can look over here. And that is the same number we have ending in our operating account. Okay, y'all see me? So we actually did really good for the month. This is a nice rollover because I talked about it, I think, maybe in one of my savings challenges. The goal is to have about maybe $5,600 to $6,000 in our buffer. So really quickly with that, I do get maternity leave, but only for like a little bit more than half the time that I'll be gone. So I'll get like 4 paychecks. So two and a half months worth of paychecks, and then I'll have short-term disability pay as well too. That will be good. I'm good on that end. I'm prepping myself for 2026 because what's going to happen, you guys, is we are going to be a little bit under income wise for our budgets in 2026 because we are adding a new baby and daycare costs are through the roof. So that in itself is causing me to try and save as much money as I can, because that money is going to sit in that account and aid in helping making sure that all the bills are covered. And with that amount, it will take us to about September before like that buffer runs out, and that gives me time to get back to work, get some extra money, save, do all of the things to build that back up. So that is one of the reasons. And seeing me go from what I was expecting my rollover $2,200 to $2,600, that's an extra $400 towards my buffer as long as I don't use it for anything else. So this was my monthly budget. And then really quickly, I do just want to go over anything that I had planned for the month of August. So in August, we had planned for a tax-free weekend. I did get a few things during the tax-free weekend for baby girl for clothes. I want to say, if I look at my spending, we can probably see during that time, I got baby girl some clothes, and then, well, I got Leanna some clothes, y'all, and then I got baby girl some clothes, and then I got some more things for Leanna, I want to say, for some other things. So I did go ahead and use that to an advantage. Do I remember if I saw a discount or not? Not really. On 8/5, I did have my doctor's appointment and my dentist appointment. College football did start. Y'all, our maternity photos got rescheduled because the original person that was supposed to do my maternity photos, she had a death in the family and she decided to just no longer do her business at the moment. This is the second time, y'all, because this happened with Leanna. I had somebody originally and then they were like, I'm going back to work or something. And so that is just my luck. But we do have somebody already scheduled, paid for, and all of that stuff. So we are good to go. And then unless I happen to have passed away, we have entered our third trimester, you guys. So we are into all of the things. For my notes, I did not do my community fantasy football this year. But we did get into a couple of like fantasy teams, and I was a heavy fail for starting baby prep. I just did nothing at all. Y'all, this pregnancy is really wearing on me versus my first one. And so my goal is to get it all done for September, because if I don't, it is never going to get done. Currently, I can't even stand for more than like 5 to 10 minutes. I can't even walk up my stairs to go to my second floor. I'm having difficulty breathing. It's just all the things, y'all. So, gotta get that done. And the goal was to not overspend. And I did my best. You'll see it's not until September you'll see that. But I went over our spending accounts by $13.95. But it didn't come out in August. It came out in September because it was in the week of September, so it rolled over into September. But this was all of my spending for the month, along with sinking funds. If there's no highlighter, it is either income or money I spent in my sinking funds. So this really does give me like a bird's eye view of like just all the things that I'm spending. So yeah, y'all, that was it for my monthly budget closeout. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.